and welcome to the Direct Selling Success Podcast. I'm Anna Green, and I'm here to share with you tips, tricks, and training on network marketing done right. Thank you for listening.
Hello, welcome. How are you all today? So where I am at the moment in sunny Yorkshire, it is boiling. I so wish that I could sit outside and record this podcast, but do you know what? You'd never hear me. I've got building work going on. The birds are all out there tweeting away, and there's noise from the neighbours and the traffic. Yeah, and yeah, you know what it's like. You try and use a laptop outside, you can't see the screen. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? So I'm sat in my office, boiling and wishing I was sat outside. So I hope you're enjoying your day. I'm certainly enjoying mine. I just wish there was more outside in it. Today, I thought I would talk to you about your team. So many of you out here in my world, you have teams of people who are in your business with you, running their own direct sales, network marketing businesses themselves. I used to do it as well. I had a team in direct sales. I had one for many, many, many years. And we had ups and downs. We had times when we were all flying. We had times when it was a slog. People would slow down. People would get excited at times and be all in. It's difficult. There's no consistency, or so it seems. And I remember when I first started building a team way back when, way back when. And I remember thinking, oh, they're not doing what I need them to do to hit my targets. They're not, they're not growing. They don't want this, then the potential for them to do stuff is just amazing. And they're just not running with it and getting the sales in or bringing in people of their own. They just don't seem to want it enough. Anybody else feel like this? I know it can't have just been me. And I know it's not just me because lots of people come into my Leader Lounge membership or the mastermind that I run and they say, do you know what? I've got a team, but they're just not doing what I need them to do, or they're just not doing enough for me to keep hitting my targets, to get me to that next level, to keep me at the level I'm at now. So I know it's still happening, and I know that it's not just me. And I want to say this to you right now. If you are feeling like you are wading through treacle when it comes to getting your team to do the do, to be as excited as you are, to want to do something with this business, it's not just you. It isn't you. So first of all, I want to kind of put all this into perspective. The average time somebody spends in this industry is somewhere between 3 and 6 months. So they come in, they start off, they come in for whatever reason they want to come in. And remember that they come in for whatever reason they want to come in. And some of them don't make any sales. They don't get success straight away, so they give up. Some of them will come in, they'll be super passionate and super excited. They'll make sales in their first few months, but then they've worked away around their friend circle. Their friends have bought it all. They can't get any more sales because they can't break through that barrier of selling to the people that they vaguely know or don't know at all. And then they stop. Or they come in for the wrong reasons. They come in because they want the discount. So they're not going to potentially sell to lots of people or anybody. They come in for the kit. I know people sign other people up with the whole, well, actually, do you know what? The kit costs this much and you get this much product in it. Why not just give it a go? Those people, some are absolute gems that you find, but the majority will be, well, I've come in for the kit, so I don't really need to do anything. Some people come in with the wrong mindset for business. They don't think it's like a business and they think that they're just going to get sales handed on a plate. Or, my favourite, I'm going to put one post up on social media and everybody's just going to come flocking and buy all my stuff. Oh, if only that were true. If only business worked like that. So when we get people coming into our teams, I'm saying our teams, I don't run a team anymore, but in general, in direct sales and network marketing, if you've got a lot of those sorts of people coming in, your team aren't going to do a lot because that's not why they're in. They're not here to do a lot. The other thing to bear in mind is that you, as a business builder, as a team builder, you're passionate about this industry. You're excited. You want to build. You have a drive and a determination to make it work, to make money, to get that next promotion, get that next incentive trip, get that next thing, whatever it might be. That's what you want. You see this as a business and you treat it maybe a bit more business-like than the majority of people. The percentage in this industry of leaders is really quite small. You know, look at your company, whichever company you're with, look at your company and look at how many people are in your company and then how many of those people are leaders in the industry and work out the percentage. Don't ask me how to do that. I passed my maths GCSE way back in the day by passing out in the exam. Maths is not my strong point. However, work it out. You are, as a leader, if you know, or up and coming leader, somebody driven in this industry, a very small percentage. I think in my company, it worked out, it was about 10%. It wasn't much. 10% of people got to leader, or 10% of the field, the active field, were leaders. So that's not quite the same thing, is it? But anyway, like I said, maths isn't my strong point. So you're a small percentage of excited, driven individuals. The rest of your team, potentially, if you think about the same percentage, if you've got 10 people in your team, if it is 10% of people are leaders, 1 in 10, probably only one of those people is going to want to do this as a proper business and like grow the business themselves. So if you are looking at your team and thinking, oh, they're just not doing, how many are just not doing? All of them? The majority of them? 9 out of 10? Because if it's 9 out of 10, then that's probably the good odds. And think again, how long have they been in? When was the last time you brought somebody new into your team? If, for example, you've had a team and they've all been in 6 to 8 months more, the average turnaround, like I said just earlier on, is, 3 to 6 months. They might be coming to the end of their time. They might be running out of their friend circle of people to buy for them. So think about it. People aren't going to keep selling forever if they haven't got that drive like you have. So I'm going to give you some tips and ideas and things that you can do to amplify the growth in your team. So first thing, constant recruiting. No, constant's not the right word. Excuse me. Consistently recruiting, always having new people coming into your team, because what that does, if you are always recruiting, even if it's 1 a month, 1 every other month, 2 a month, whatever is good for you and how you want to work. I'm not talking hundreds of people coming into your team. I mean, that's great if you want to do that. But, 2's nice. 2's a nice number every month for steady growth. But you do you, all right? So if you can consistently recruit, you're consistently bringing in new people. You've consistently got people coming in with excitement, with a little bit of a drive to do something, hopefully, with that new excitement to energize you and your team and to create that steady stream of new leads for you and for your team sales. Consistently recruiting was the key to my success. I didn't recruit loads and loads and loads to get to the top of my company. I just recruited consistently, anywhere between 1 and 4 a month, usually. Sometimes I had gaps where I didn't recruit for 2 or 3 months, but the majority of the time I was recruiting every month. And it's something I show you how to do. If you're watching this when I went to the 12th of May, if you're watching this before the 20th of May, the 20th of May, I'm running a recruiting skills challenge training. It's free. Come along. I'll put the link below. Or you can find it on any of my socials. Go and have a nosy on my Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, it's all there. You can come and find it. But if you're consistently recruiting, you're going to work your way to the top, and you're going to teach this simplicity of duplication to your downline as well. So the consistently recruiting side of things, if your team is slowing down, if you can up your game with your recruiting, meet the new people, build the relationships, offer them a problem offer them a solution that fixes their problem. Don't offer them any problems. That's not a good way of selling. But that way, you are always going to be talking about recruiting. You're always going to be talking about your products or your parties or one-to-one services if you have those. That will help you start to get into a routine of bringing in the new, of talking about it consistently, and then bringing in the new consistently. The next thing to think about is how you talk and support your team. How do you talk to your team? How do you support them? So that contact with them on a regular basis, that approachableness of you, that's not a word, but you know what I mean. You know, can they contact you to get help and training and support? Can they tap into training? Can they tap into your training, upline training, team training? Do they feel part of a community? People stay in network marketing and direct sales for the community. So that can make such a difference to how long they stay and the work they put in. Do they have that support network within direct sales for them to get help from? And do they feel like they can come and ask for that support? Not for you to do it for them, not for you to be there at their beck and call. That's not what I mean. But is there a way for them to tap into this? Are they excited about being part of this bigger picture community with you, with the rest of your team, with your uplines team, if that's relevant, with the company? That contact and support is key from the beginning all the way through till they decide that they don't want this anymore. So think about how you keep this contact and support going. The other thing to remember, work with the willing. Now, I am a realist, a proper realist. I'm very optimistic, but I'm a realist. And I think in this industry we need to be, otherwise it will drive us potty, especially when it comes to team building. So some people will do this industry. They will be really good at it. They'll love it. Some people will want help and support and contact and community. Some people won't. And that's okay. If you learn to work with the people who are willing to work, willing to be part of this amazing business, and you work with them and stop trying to revive the dead as such. I know that's a horrible phrase, but those people who have no interest, they ghost you, they don't talk to you, they don't do anything. Why try and wake them? Why try and inspire and motivate them when they drag you down, when they are obviously not wanting to do this? No amount of time and effort and support is going to pick them up off the floor. Yes, keep them involved in what's going on, but work more with the willing. Because what happens when you work with the willing and they start to get success and you start to change your mindset around your team and you concentrate on the people who are giving you that support as well, who are doing the things, who are excited, it either starts to rub off on the people who aren't doing and are ignoring you, or it sends them on their merry way. Either of which is fine. The people who it sends on their merry way, they can become customers again for you. They can disappear off and do something else, but it will save you so much personal energy and time rather than trying to force these people to do something that they don't want to do anymore. Work with those that do want it. All right. And I don't mean this in a horrible way. I just mean it in a practical, realist way. Okay. Work with the willing. It'll save you heartache. It will save you stress, and it will make your business filled with joy. If you don't have anybody willing in your team, go find some more. if you've never watched me before or listened to me before, you'll get used to how blunt I am about these things, especially when it comes to leading a team and developing people. We can only work with those ones who are ready to be worked with, who are ready for big things, who are willing to learn, who are willing to work, who are willing to put the action in. Otherwise, they're not going to get anywhere. They're going to be disheartened. You're going to be disheartened. Anyway, enough on that one. The next thing to think about is, are you leading from the front? If your team is slowing down, are you slowing down? Are you slowing it down? Are you showing them how to do this business by example? I know I was massively successful because I was hugely repeatable, really down to earth, and I showed them what I was doing so they could do it too. And I made that really simple. I wasn't the top seller in the company. I wasn't the best at anything particularly. I was just normal and could do it. So they could see that they could do it too. I was successful enough to be in, the top 10, and they could see their name in the team, like recognition and stuff. They could see my name, but they could see me doing the do. And I think that's really important. Can your team see that you are doing the do? They need someone to aspire to be, whether that is you or somebody else in the team. It's super important. So think about how you can lead from the front. Set an example. The other thing to think about if your team are slowing down is to find a way to encourage sales or encourage the downline recruiting, depending on where the focus needs to be for you and your team right now. So encouraging sales, this could be incentives, it could be trainings, it could be motivation, it could be little challenges. It depends on your team as to whether they are going to be swept up by something that's going to motivate and inspire them, whether it's little prizes or games or fun community things, something set on by the company that you can get behind, something you set on yourself, or whether they're not. If they are a group of people who ignore you, who aren't involved in a community, who aren't interested anymore, this is where it's time to get the new in and stop trying to revive the dead, because the more time you spend trying to revive the dead, the less time you're going to have available to you to bring in the new excited people. So it may be that the encouraging of sales and downline recruiting isn't where you need to be right now. If it is, what can you do? What is going to excite your team? You know your team better than I do. What are the things that you know will make them go, oh yeah, I need that? Is it, I don't know, what have I done before? Certificates, fun, inventive ways to get party bookings, challenges to get them taking action, little mini trainings, fun trainings on social media or prospecting, or I don't know, there's all sorts of things that you can do. But have a think, what's worked before for you? What's worked for other people in your business and your industry? Can you get some ideas online? Google is great for finding things out, isn't it? What can I use to encourage my team to make more sales? There's so many things that'll help you. If you're not in my leader lounge is full of masterclasses and trainings on different incentive ideas, on different ways of encouraging people to want to do more in this business. So go and check that out. But if you can encourage them to do more sales, then hopefully it will build your sales within your downline. But if you can encourage them to recruit people at the same time, you can double your numbers quite quickly if they are keen and active consultants to start with, and they've got that community feel behind them. So if your team is slowing down, think about which of these you might like to give a go first. Maybe it's a change of attitude, maybe it's an influx of new, maybe it's just a bit of a shake-up of how you're evolving that community within your team. But hopefully some of this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed my live today. Please do click the subscribe button, come and follow me, and come and find me on socials, and please come and join in with the Recruiting Skills Challenge and bring your team. That could invigorate the business as well for you. We start on the 20th of May. It's a 3-day free challenge. to help with recruiting skills in a nice, non-icky, non-spammy way. No icky scripts, cold prospecting, or anything horrible taught by me in this challenge. Come and join in. You'll find the link below once this is uploaded and saved, and I will see you all soon. Have a great rest of your sunny week here in the UK if you are, or wherever you are in the world. Bye.